Hello everyone, welcome to your channel Data Science Studio, and today we are going to start with day 7 of statistics for data science. So let's get started. So today we are going to start with some of the important concepts like what is marginal probability, what is joint probability, and what is conditional probability. So first of all, we have to understand that what is marginal probability. So if we are writing something like P of A, so P of A means probability of A happening. So probability of any event happening is nothing but it is called as marginal probability. So probability of any event happening is marginal probability. And for example, if we are tossing a coin, the marginal probability of a tail or head in a state can be stated as P of T or P of H. So each individual probabilities are called as marginal probabilities. Now in probability there are two rules to calculate the probabilities of different events. One is additional rule and one is multiplication rule. So the additional rule is applicable when we want to determine the probability that at least one of the event occurs. So in additional rule helps when we have two events and are interested in knowing the probability that at least one of the event occurs. And in additional rule we have two concepts, one is mutually exclusive events and one is joint events. So what is mutually exclusive events? So let's say that if we have two events A and B, and if two events are mutually exclusive, then the probability of either event A or event B happening or both A and B happening is given by this formula. So probability of A or B is equal to probability of A union B, which is equal to probability of A plus probability of B. So this is the additional rule for mutually exclusive events. Now what is in case of joint events? So what is in the case of joint events? So in case of joint events, if event A and B are not mutually exclusive, then it is possible for both events to occur simultaneously. So both events can occur simultaneously as well, and such events are called as joint events. So the formula will become probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. So this is the probability in case of joint events. We have to remove this component which is the A intersection B because it is repeated twice, and hence in case of joint events you get this as the probability. Now let's say that we are solving a question and we have to find that what is the probability that a randomly chosen card from a deck of cards will be either king or a heart. So what is the probability that a random chosen card is a king or a heart? So we have probability of king as 4 by 52 and probability of heart, which is there are 13 hearts, so 13 by 52. And what is PA intersection B? A card is both king and heart, which is 1 by 52. So if you solve all this, it will be 16 by 52, which is 0.308. So there is a 30.8% probability that a random pulled card is either a king or a heart. Now we will solve. So as we discussed, in case of mutually exclusive events, If two events A and B are mutually exclusive, then the probability of either event A or event B or both occurring is equal to sum of their individual probabilities. So just to reiterate, probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B. So this is also written as A or B. And in case of joint probability, if two events A and B are not mutually exclusive, then the probability of either event A or event B or both occurring is equal to sum of their individual probabilities. So probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. So this is the, for joint events, this formula is applicable only for the additional rule, and in additional rule we have to keep in mind that when we want to determine probability that at least one of the event occurs. Now let's solve one example. So let's say that we have the sales of 3 shops and we have to find what is the probability that a particular shop has sales under 1000. So this is very easy. So probability, let's say that A, B, C represent the sales under 3 categories. So A, B, C. So this below 1000 is A, B, C. So probability of A is equal to 150 divided by 300, which is 0.5. So there is a 50% probability that a particular shop has sales under 1000 units. Now what is the probability that a particular shop has sales between 1000 and 2000, or, so this is or condition is there, which means at least one event is happening. So this is concept of additional rule. So we can do probability of A or B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B, which is (80 by 300 plus 70 by 300, which is 0.26 plus 0.23, which is equal to 0.49. So there is a 49% probability that a particular shop has a sales between 1000 and 2000 or 2000 to 3000. We'll see one more example. So the probability that a salesperson gets contract A is 2 by 3. So, and the probability that he will not get contract B is 5 by 9. So let's say that X and Y denote the event that the contractor will get contract A or B. So probability of getting contract A is 2 by 3 and probability of not getting contract Y is 5 by 9. So probability of getting the contract Y is 1 minus 5 by 9, which is equal to 4 by 9. So, and if the probability of getting at least one contract is 4 by 5, which means probability of A union B is equal to 4 by 5. Now we have to calculate what is the probability that he will get both, which means the intersection part. So here is the formula: probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. So this is how you have to apply the formula based on the statements given the probability. So now we have to find this. So we'll put the values. 4 by 5 is equal to 2 by 3 plus 4 by 9 minus PA intersection B. So if we solve this equation, so PA intersection B is equal to 14 by 45, which is 0.31, or there is a 31% probability that the salesperson will get both the contracts. So this is from the perspective of additional rule. Similarly, we have probability rule of multiplication. Within probability rule of multiplication, we have two thoughts. One is independent event and one is dependent event. So what is the difference between independent and dependent events? So when the probability of an event does not affect and it is not affected by the occurrence of another event. So when the two events does not impact each other, then it is a independent event, and we have seen this in our previous lectures as well. And what are dependent events? Dependent events are when the probability of an event is dependent upon or affected by the occurrence of another event. So when it is affected, when the two events are affected by each other, then they are dependent events, or else they are independent events. And in both the cases, we have joint and conditional probability. So in case of marginal probability, there is no change. It is the simple probability of occurrence of an event. For example, if in a fair coin toss, the outcome of each toss is an event. So probability of, it could be probability of head or it could be probability of tail. Then both are independent events, and this is the concept of marginal probability. Now what is joint probability? In case of joint probability, it is the probability of two or more independent events that occur together or in succession. So the probability of two or more independent events occurring together or in succession is called as joint probability. And the joint probability of two events is actually the multiplication of their individual probabilities. So probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. Now see the difference. In case of additional rule also, we have both mutually exclusive events and joint events. And in case of multiplication rule also, we have joint probability. So only difference is the two events or two or more independent events either occur together or in succession. So we'll see with examples how we can solve the questions. Now let's say that, I'll give you a small example. Let's say that we toss a coin twice, and the probability that in both the cases, so let's say we have tossed the coin twice, and the probability that we get both the heads, so probability of H1 and probability of H2 is equal to 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, which is 1 by 4. So probability of getting both heads in both toss is multiplication of their individual probabilities. Now there is a concept called as conditional probability. So it is the probability of occurrence of a particular event given that another event has already occurred. So it can be written as, so if there are two events and one event has already occurred, then the probability of A will change. So in case of independent events, the conditional probability will not play a very important role. So in case of independent events, probability of A given B is equal to probability of A, because A and B are independent events and the probability of occurrence of B will not impact the probability of occurrence of A. Similarly, probability of B given A is equal to probability of B if both the events are independent events. Now we are talking about probability rule of multiplication for dependent events. Earlier we were talking about independent events. So tossing of a coin is an independent event, because if you are tossing a coin twice, both the probabilities are independent of each other. But when the probability of an event is dependent upon or affected by the outcome or occurrence of any other event, the event is said to be statistically dependent. So in case of dependent event, the joint probability will be probability of A intersection B is not equal to probability of A into probability of B in case of independent events. So what it will become? It will become probability of A into probability of B given A, which means because the probability of B will change because B is dependent on event A, because both are dependent events. Or you can write like this also, probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of B into probability of A given B. This is the joint probability. And in case of conditional probability, it is the probability of occurrence of a particular event given that another event has already occurred. So you can derive it from here itself. So probability of B given A is equal to probability of A intersection B divided by probability of A, or you can write probability of A given B is equal to probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B. So this is the joint probability and conditional probability of dependent events. So let's see one example. So let's say that two candidates appear in an interview for two vacancies in the same post. The probability of candidate X selection is 1 by 7 and the probability of candidate B selection is 1 by 7. And we have to find what is the probability that both of them will be selected. So as we told, it is a multiplicative probability and it is a case of joint probability. So both of getting selected is probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B, which is 1 by 7 into 1 by 5, which is 1 by 35. This is the probability of both of them selected. And what is the probability that only one of them will be selected? So this is slightly tricky. So only one of them selected will be probability of A and B bar, or probability of B and A bar, which means either A gets selected and B doesn't get selected, or B gets selected and A doesn't get selected. If you break it down, this will become probability of A into probability of B bar plus probability of B into probability of A bar. So here we are using both the additional rule. This is the additional rule and these both are the multiplication rule, because based on the possibilities. So if you put all the values, it will be 1 by 7 into 1 minus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 into 1 minus 1 by 7. If you solve everything, it will be 10 by 35, which will be 0.286, which is 28.6%. So there is a 28.6% probability that only one of them will be selected, and none of them will be selected. Very easy it is. It is P of A bar into P of B bar, which is 6 by 7 into 4 by 5, which is 24 by 35, which is 0.686. So there is a 68.6% probability that none of them will be selected. So when you are solving probability, you have to be very clear whether your statement in the probability is falling into additional rule or it is falling into multiplication rule, and that will come with some of the practice of the probability questions. We will see some of the more questions in our next session. And in additional rule also you have joint events, and in multiplication rule also you have joint events. But in case of multiplication, we have both dependent and independent events, and the probability changes when your events are independent or dependent. The next concept which we will be discussing in our next class is very important, which is Bayes theorem and the different probability distributions. So Bayes theorem is very important from your data science perspective, and it is a basis for many algorithms in the data science. So please stay tuned for next lecture, and please like, subscribe and comment your channel and provide your valuable feedback on the content, and stay tuned and stay connected. Thank you.